What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the High PSI Performance YouTube channel. Hope everybody's having a good day. Appreciate y'all tuning in for Baby's Resurrection Part 2. Alright guys, so go ahead and at the end of this video, make sure you post in the comment section your guess for the horsepower that Baby makes her first time on the dyno. And whoever wins, gets closest, I will send a High PSI Performance sticker and shirt to. So good luck, guys. So now we got the gear set blown apart here. Well, we got the input and the output shaft separated. This is what we're after. This is the third gear synchronizers for third and fourth gear. And then if you look, you see there's a ton of play in it. You see it's flat, touching up against there, so there's no more material left on that synchronizer right there. So we'll get this stack blown apart and get synchronizer fibers. Oh, it over. The Fiberites replaced. Alright guys, on this update, you know, we discussed, I showed you guys earlier, I pulled this tranny apart and I started taking the gear set apart. And the reason why is I knew this transmission had an issue with third gear grinding pretty bad every time you went into gear. And tore the tranny down, and just as I suspected, see how well this will pull up on camera. But this is the Fiberite for the synchronizer, and if you look on this one, let's see here. Let's see if I can get it to focus in on that. Bring it in the light here. But there you go. As you can see, the Fiberite is completely gone. Straight, there's a little bit there. But as you can see, it's pretty much metal on metal. But have no fear, we've got a new Fiberite right here. So you can see kind of how it's supposed to look. So we'll get this new one popped on there. Goodness. But get this new one popped on here, get this thing reassembled, put it all back together, get a fresh coat of paint on it, be ready to rip like a tater chip. So threw a little paint on the block. Got the surfaces all cleaned up and ready. Got the head all cleaned up and ready to go on. So get the head on this thing and get one step closer to a running engine. So I wanted to show you guys the motor real quick for Baby now that it's going back together. Hopefully this weekend I'll get motor and tranny in the car, and maybe we'll get a chance to fire it up here next week. So check it out. This is the motor. It's a Built 2.4 don't get me lying, I forget. I want to say it's JE pistons. And then can't remember exactly what rods. Might be Eagle rods too. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I put this motor together. This is the spare engine for the Gremlin. But as you can see, you know, it's strapped and crank scraper, windows tray, all that good stuff. So the bottom end's, you know, good for whatever I want to throw at it. Stock heads, stock cams, You know, putting this thing back together with basically just the leftover parts that I have in the shop from, you know, years of building SRT4s. So I've got, you know, good parts, just shit that's sitting on the shelf, not making me any money. So let's turn it into something that makes me happy and get this bad boy back on the road, which as you guys heard from the previous videos, you know, has been sitting for almost 5 years. No motor, no trans, no nothing. I mean, literally this thing been sitting without a gas tank in it, you know. It had no interior, it had no HVAC, it was completely gutted shell. And John and I have been bringing it back to life, you know, when we have a little bit of extra time. Alright guys, it is the moment of truth. The motor is now going back in the chassis for the first time. So we'll get this thing snug back up in here and then start working on getting the trans all back in it. So enjoy the two mating for the first time. Alright guys, so there you have it. Motor is in the chassis. So just gotta put these two bolts up in here, and 21 down here on the lower mount, and the T55 that goes into the side middle mount there, and the motor at least be in there, and then we can start getting the rest of the stuff ready to get the trans and so forth in here. But it's exciting. Coming together. So as you can see, we've made some more progress on the resurrection of baby. We've got a turbo manifold on now, motors back in the car, AC compressor, the trannies in. So got a few more things to get together on this thing, and then hopefully here soon we'll get the first fire up. So as you can see, made quite a bit of progress. Sorry about not filming. Just when you get in that zone, sometimes you just gotta let it rip, tater chip. So, but as you can see, you know, intake's on. All the turbo stuff is together, except we are waiting on the little spacer that goes in between there. It'll be here in a couple of days. So everything else will be done on the car. We'll literally be waiting on just that one piece. But yeah, pretty much everything else is taken care of. Power steering's on, AC's on, tranny's in, clutch works. It's got a set of plugs in it. About to put oil and coolant in it. We're still missing an intercooler, so the charge pipes obviously aren't on, and then you see the turbo and stuff. We got a gas tank in it, which when I go over the car again here in a minute when I have it up in the air, I'll show you all that. But yeah, it is coming together very soon. So I'm sure you guys remember the video of I break things, but here's the intercooler that I blew out the end tank, but I went ahead and fired up the old TIG and fixed the hole. So now it is all ready to go again, and we're gonna be putting it in baby. So we'll get the, now that we got the intercooler fixed, we'll get it painted back up and get it put back in the car. The day has come. We've got the car all back together. There's still some bugs to work out, but she's ready for the dyno. So John's strapping the front of her down right now. Got the back strapped up, and we're gonna see what this little built motor, stock, everything else is gonna put down. hopefully more than John's Mustang. So like I said before, specs on this thing: fully built bottom end, stock head, stock cam, stock intake manifold, stock throttle body, stock turbo, big front mount, full 3-inch exhaust, and a little bit of magic behind the keyboard. No boost controllers, just got an AGP wastegate on it, so if we need to crank it up, we'll just turn the dial on that. Alright guys, we're going to get a little temp inner and go ahead and make our first pulls.